Hey everyone, I am coming to you live from my basement, my little start of my man cave. I got my or my buck there that I got the year before last. I got a tanned raccoon hide, the buck I got this year, and I believe there's a squirrel in the corner, and I have some tin signs up. I got Ducks Unlimited. I have let's see, Remington, Winchester, and I have a Don't Tread on Me sign over there, a little tin sign. Saturday evening live, almost Saturday night live, but I think that's taken. I'm certain there's a lot of people out fishing. I work today, it's probably about 6-7 hours. It's getting warm here, and it is starting to dry up. It's at work. It's so dusty. It's unbelievable how dusty it is. It's terrible, actually. Got one person watching. Let's see. I won't put a banner on there. I just see if anyone comes in, and yeah, I will put a banner up there. Let's Chit-Chat. Scroll across the bottom. Okay, let's see here. Let's chit-chat. Let's see, comments. Daddy Duck is in the house. Hey, Matt, how's it going? I bet you it's getting warm down by you guys. Down in the low country. I'm just here. I'm just kind of showing off my little man cave here. The start of it. I have ideas. I'd like to put kind of like a corrugated steel on the bottom of the walls, like 4 feet up, and get some kind of a barn board flooring, but put it on the walls. Outside grilling. Yeah, I did that too. I bought a half a pig. When the heck was it? 2 weeks ago, and got it all butchered and had some of the pork chops tonight for supper. My daughter and I. And my wife's out of town, so pork chops for supper. You make your own hamburgers, Matt, or you buy them from the store? Two people here. Hey, Kevin and Uncle Jerry, how are you doing, guys? Thanks for stopping in. Just thought I'd do a little live stream. Uncle Jerry and these were bought. Uncle Jerry, this is my start of my man cave. I got a TV that's behind my laptop here. There's the $2 that I got. The one on my left is the one I got this past season, and the one on the right is my right is the one I got the year prior. and the raccoon in between is one I caught during trapping season. I just thought I'd send one in and get tan just for that purpose. So I like to, like I said, I like to make this my own kind of a thing. I bought a wall mount TV bracket to mount. I have a 55-inch TV down here where I watch all. I don't watch any normal TV anymore. I just watch YouTube channels. He says, "Awesome, yeah, thanks." Uh, yeah, I want to get my gun cabinet down here, and uh, I have a. Let's see here. I have a on the can't. Anyways, there's a deer hide that I have hanging over the love seat that I have down here. That deer I got, I think, I don't know, numerous years ago already, and had that tan. And I'm gonna. Clayton has another one. I like to maybe put that down here too, and some turkey fans that we have. I'll put that. I'll put those on the wall on the smoker. My son bought a smoker. He bought a Pit Boss the other night, last night or yesterday. He had me over for supper. He did some brats and hamburgers for the first time. It was kind of cool. It was nice. Kind of weird. He bought our house, and my wife and I bought her dad's house. So this is kind of a it's kind of weird yet. I'm getting used to it, but it's you spend 23 years in one house. It's kind of hard to let go in a way. That's what you have as a Pit Boss. Yeah, it. I he was grilling on it. It's pretty much just an oven, basically. It's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know if I want one. I, I I'm old school, I guess, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's Uncle Jerry and Kevin. Oh, yeah, Uncle Jerry too. You guys been out fishing at all? You hit the Lake Winnebago yet for some walleyes? I got a walleye. Went fishing for walleyes up in the pier on the Fox River a few weeks back. Caught some, I don't know, 17, 20 maybe. Not maybe that big, but they'd be good eaters. Once you use it, you love it. My son used his Pit Boss last night, and he really likes it. It's a cool machine, grill machine, smoker. Yeah, so it's I was gonna cut the grass today, but went. My daughter and I went to Walmart, bought some charcoal for the grill, and I was gonna hook up my um, Blackstone griddle. I was gonna hook that up and burn some, heat it up to get the factory oils or whatever's on there. Burn that stuff off so I could start using it. 40 bluegills with, wow. Were they keepers? Excuse me. Or I'm sure they were, but I'm sure there's some nice bluegills out there. Actually, there is. I saw. I don't know if it was Larry Smith Outdoors or whoever it was. They were over in Oshkosh. They were going into some channel along the off of Lake Winnebago, going to the west, and they were just 10 were monsters. Oh, I would love to go for bluegills. I love how they're a small fish, but when they go sideways and they sit there and go along and just like pulling in a piece of plywood. But the bluegills that they were catching over Lakeman, I mean, okay, they were catching some good slab bluegills over there. Yeah, some inlet or going into Lake Winnebago. There were some nice bluegills. I like to get out. I bought a whopper plopper last last fall. I'd like to get out to one of the like the Manitowoc River near Manitowoc and hit the river there and try to get some smallies or whatever would bite on it. I don't care. It'd be nice to get some go fishing and get some nice perch and bluegill, and I'll even eat bass. Right, Daddy Duck? I don't care what anybody says. They're good. I don't mind. They're there for a reason, right? For us to eat, not just to throw back. And yeah, I understand throwing back stuff once in a while, but when it comes to when you pull a bass out and the head's bigger than the body, then you need to start culling some of them out. Three people here. We got a few northern, but waxworms saved the day. Those little waxworms. What were you using? I'm not really into fishing a whole lot, but what kind of were you using jigs with the waxworms, or what were you using? Just a hook and waxworms, or a colored hook? Boy, it has been a long week. Unbelievable. I got my raccoon eyes back. It's the suntan. You got to wear safety glasses. Raven Cat's here. How are you? And it's woke up, started at 4 Thursday and Friday. Worked 6 hours today. Hey, Cody. It's catching up with the guys at work. Yeah, for those who are just coming in, this is the start of my little man cave. I'll have to do a little um, cribs episode of my little uh, man cave here. Over my shoulder here is my left shoulder. Oh, this shoulder is a squirrel my son shot a few years back. The buck I shot the year before last. So I had to fight with a raccoon, scared it away from my garden. We're not allowed to dispatch them up here. Shh, the three S's: shoot it, shovel it, and shut up. Yeah. How's everybody Saturday doing, anyways? Friend or my cousin, he went out fishing. He caught some ice fishing jigs, small wax worms, and a bobber. That'll work. That's my kind of fishing right there. Is ice fishing or ice fishing, fishing with bobbers. It's been a long week, but yeah. Like I said, I want to. Oh, great! Oh, that's great. I'm at work. What's the temps up there like for you, Cody? We got like mid to upper 80s, almost 90s here, and it's a tad humid. It's just one week you're cold and it's raining like crazy you're freezing your butt off. You can't wait to get home to jump in a hot shower. And now it's excuse me, a week later you're hopping in a cold shower just to cool off. It's unbelievable. Flooding. 55. I suppose you are farther north. Long week and it ain't over yet. Not sure when next day is. Wow. 60. I hope you can keep that wind. We had wind the other day, and with the dust at where I work, it's unbelievable. I could probably have my own sandbox if I wanted to, just by coming home from work and walking in around and all that stuff. 60-mile-an-hour wind. That's nuts. They called work. When was it? Last spring, I think it was. We had like gusts up to 50, 55 miles an hour. They wouldn't let the cranes swing or the travel lifts. The travel lifts they did. The cranes they wouldn't. Wow. Upper lows in the 30s. That's nuts. It's amazing how um, you can almost draw a line where the hot and cold is. Oh my gosh. 94 miles an hour. Did you really can't do anything. You can't drive. You can't. I sure hope truckers weren't trucking during that. Holy man, that's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I think I'll probably do this for about an hour. Then I'm just gonna kick back on that love seat back there and just turn on the TV and watch that and probably fall asleep down here. Then I gotta climb up the steps and go to bed. It's kind of nice down here. It's nice and cool. It's the temperature from the basement to the the floor upstairs. It's got to be 10 degrees difference. Truckers are a strong bunch. They drive through everything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I hear you, Cody. That stuff it gets old real quick. It's well, I got to figure something out. There we go. Yeah, if it wasn't for the truckers, we'd be in a world of hurt. That's for sure. Truckers and farmers. I like to trying to figure out what I need to do. I'd like to plant a little bit of a garden and like tomatoes, something that I will utilize a lot more. Utilize, uh, grow something that is going to benefit me, I guess. Not, I like tomatoes for tomato soup and juice for chili and stews and stuff like that. Then, um, yeah, like, what else would I? Not so much corn. Any crops planted in your area? Yeah, they're starting to plant corn. They got. I think last week when it was colder out, there's farmers planting. I'm pretty certain it was oats, and um, I don't know about corn yet. I think it may be too early, but I don't know. I know the farmers are working up fields and ready getting the fields ready to plant. So it's amazing. Just Raven or Cecilia, you were talking about the gardening. I remember my grandma when we would go over there when I was a kid, doing a lot of canning beans, canning tomato juice, tomatoes, corn, strawberry. We don't can strawberries. I don't think they ever made jam, but pickles like crazy. Onions, potatoes. Oh my gosh, the potatoes. That was a that was hard work for a little kid when I was younger. Get taking 5 gallon buckets, carrying them to the basement steps from outside, and throwing them into the root cellar downstairs in the basement. I got the canner and jars ready for when the harvest starts. That's good. I'm sure there'll be a shortage of them too coming up. But yeah, I'd like to plan something that I would utilize the most. Yeah, is he? That's awesome. But yeah, talking about my uncle, my cousin down here, he him and my uncle are watching. He We used to go out on the farm, and when my grandma would can, it would be a whole. It was unbelievable, the process of canning stuff like that. All right, Cody. Um, I did not get the seed started in time, so there's nothing wrong with that. But it would can, like I said, pickles, corn, tomatoes. What else did they do? If Uncle Jerry could add to it, what the heck? Beans, yeah, canned beans, string beans. Um, I don't know if they did applesauce. If they did, there was no apple trees by my grandma. But if they did, they bought the apples from an orchard, obviously. But what else? There's some other stuff too. But that's what I lived on. My mom and dad and my two sisters. Beets. I got it, but pickled beets are awesome. They taste so good. It's unbelievable. I love pickled beets. My father-in-law, he he pickled beets. Oh, I could eat the whole jar. I could eat probably 2, 3 jars. The small ones, the pint jars. But in second year on tobacco. Oh, cool. Really? Trying to grow wheat. Why is that? Just to try to make your own flour, grind your own flour? Not a fan of beets. I didn't think I would be either, but I I really love them. Like I said earlier, I bought a half a pig, so that's awesome. And we're there's going to be a upright freezer being dropped off. I think this next week. So I'm gonna put all the pork in the freezer. We'll put that down here and get some of my venison that I got from the deer that I shot last year, and I still have a little bit left from the year before, which I have no worries about that not being good. That is cool, Cecilia. I am My hat's off to you. That's that's really bringing it back. I love that old school stuff. Yeah, it's hard work, but that's what made this country is hard work. And nowadays, they don't know. Kids don't know that. All they know is they want to have a freaking litter box in the bathroom in the school. I'm not going to get into that. I can't believe that crap. I'm sorry. That is so stupid. Anyways, getting back to canning, like I said, what I did is nothing for consumption, but I took some sunflower seeds from my bird feeder and I planted them. So I always want to grow sunflowers. Hopefully, it gets to be like 7, 8 feet tall, so I can watch the birds eat from it and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. So I kind of got a backyard bird sanctuary. I would love to have a lot more backyard birds, and I am on a pension. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's myself too. I'm on meds from all the crap that I had in 2017 yet, and it's it's understandable why you want to do that. I sat in a pea field, peas too. That I think Grandma did them too. I sat in a pea field and picked peas off the vine while everyone else canned. Yeah, get a giant bird seed. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to get the ones where you can get the big. Yeah, I hope I'm not too late. I'll have to look into that to figure out which. I see from Mary. Yeah, I I always want to grow sunflower, and I got two growing in a little bucket, and I want to wait till they're a decent size. I think I may have to transplant them into a bigger bucket because I don't want the rabbits to come along and eat them. That's the one thing I like too is peas. That I love them. A little bit of butter and salt, even in the pods too. Everything tastes great. Really, I'll have to look into that. I gotta make sure I am proactive on it, so that way it'll be able to mature in time. 7 people here and almost a half hour into the live stream. That's awesome. Kind of be nice to have 10. A nice small group to chit chat. My cousin Kevin is here, Uncle Jerry. I love it. Yeah, the last live stream that went pretty decent. I'd like to do an hour. If it goes a little bit more, it goes a little bit more. 8 people here now. Awesome. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. Do I have a canner? No, we do, but my wife's aunt, she took it up there because they do a lot of canning. Oh my gosh. He does a lot. He's a dentist up in um, Cecilia. I'm not certain where I believe you're up in Canada, right? He's up in Green Bay. He's a dentist and he's got a pretty big garden. He does everything. He tries. Ooh, 10 here. Holy cow. Awesome. He's got a big garden. And Al's here. Thanks for stopping in, Al. Um, he does a lot. He does pickles. He grows cauliflower, I think broccoli, cabbage, apples, pickles. I don't know if he does corn. He may do corn. I'm not sure, but he's got bees. He does honey. He bought an apple press for apple juice or apple cider. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is. I think they're the same, but one's cooked and one isn't. I don't know. Um, a small space, so you don't. At least you don't have to cut grass if it's that big. So yeah, I would really, like I said, I'd like to grow some tomatoes and something that I would utilize more so than something that would just sit on the shelf. I would love to do pickles, but we'll see. I definitely want to grow tomatoes, doing good eating turkey again. Yeah, a friend of mine, him and his son, they had 2 seasons. I think one there's another one, 3 seasons maybe, but they both went out. The My friend's son shot a Jake, and then a friend of that his dad, a friend of mine, shot a nice Tom. Okay, and then they went out last week Tuesday, and his son got a nice Tom, a nice, I think, a 10.5 inch beard, set on sign. Hey, how's it going? I'm not sure if I know you or not, but thanks for stopping in. But yeah, so they got some turkeys. So yeah, that with canning too, it's I want to. I'm not real keen on Cecilia. Do you do any kind of pressure cooking? Because I would really like to try pressure cooking some venison and put that in the jars because I believe that stuff would almost last forever. I would think. I wouldn't say forever, but wow. Set on sign, have you noticed the drop in the turkey population? I'm not sure where you're from. I apologize if you were in here once before, but I noticed I try to get out turkey. I didn't draw a tag, but just with driving around my area, I think it was last year or the year before, there was hardly any turkeys. If there was, there were small flocks. Normally there's flocks of 30, 40, 50 birds. No, I don't see that. It's a few birds here, a few birds there. Do you want to do raw pack or cooked? Oh, yeah, I suppose there is a difference. I don't know about, I suppose raw packed once you, if I'm not certain what it is, but I'm assuming you put raw meat into there, I suppose with some vegetables will go along with it. And once you pressure cook it, obviously it's going to cook and you just, uh, it's going to seal. Yeah, I don't know if the cold winter or if around here or if the predation is a little bit more around here, but that's why I trap, to help do my part to help out turkey population, duck, goose. From Illinois, saw a bunch of bobcats while hunting. They also they also nuisance trapped 99 raccoons in one day. Got a trap or the bird. Yeah, exactly. You and people don't understand that, but still easy to do. All right, my father-in-law does pressure cooking. I'm just I never I've been around it because that's the way he cooks his big meals once in a while. He'll pressure cook a beef roast with carrots and onions, and I think he'll put the potatoes in there too. But it's just 10 pounds of pressure. I'd actually have to watch someone do it and it'd be a hands-on thing for me to understand how to do it. Well, that's good, Al. Did I miss anything? Definitely a drop in West Virginia output with turkeys. Even uh oh my gosh, what the heck? Uh Mark Mark J. Larson. He even said too that um the turkey population, well, he's from Illinois too, same state as said on sign. He even said too that there's very little. I shouldn't say very little, but you can notice the decline in the turkey population. I'm scrolling back up and saw my cousin's comment. I sat in the pea field and picked peas off, just like the strawberries. All right, take care, Matt. Enjoy your meal. Have a good night. Also, see you next time. It's amazing how fast pressure cooking ribs is so good and fast. Finish in the oven. Oh, I bet you that's really good. Do you use the Instapot or actually use the actual pressure cooker on the stove, Kevin? Earlier, before this live stream, I just had a wild hair to do the live stream. Yes, Instapot. But I was in my basement here. I was trying to sight in my Gamma pellet gun. I yeah, I did a video on it, but I'm I don't know if there's something wrong with the gun or the scope, but I gotta figure something out. That's what I was trying to sight in my pellet gun. It's probably from one end of the basement to the others, maybe 20 yards. Yeah, I would say 20 yards. So help with the squirrels in the backyard come fall and rabbits. Pellet smoked ribs. Yeah, scoping your pelican is your main problem. I know. I'm Collins Country. Hey, how's it going? Glad to join your love tonight. Um, I think I'm gonna take that scope off and just sight it in with the iron sights, the front and rear sights. Hey, backwoods barbarian. I got you, Collins Country. Now I get it. How's it going? How's things up there, eh? Sorry. Uh, pressure, Cecilia, pressure canning is great. You make a lot of items, can it, and you want yeah, that's heat the jar up and have at it. Yeah, I would really like to learn how to. My, my wife's stepdad does that too. He'll can venison whenever he gets it, and you can put it on the shelf. It doesn't have to be refrigerated or anything. But yeah, Kevin, I'm gonna definitely take that. It was all over the targets. I had four targets. I did a little video on it, but it was all over. I couldn't believe it. This is good root beer. I think it's one of the best root beers out there. Next to Bark. No, not Barks. What's your favorite root beer? I think A&W root beer, I think, is the best. Miss you all. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm glad I've been missed. Oh, Live More Outdoors is here too. Sweet. Awesome. I'm officially back to YouTube. Backwoods for A&W. Yep. Canned venison is awesome. I got to learn how to do that. I need I want to learn and I need dad's root beer. That's a good root beer too. I think grandma had that too, didn't she? I know what A&W stands for. I don't remember. I don't recall. I probably remember it once you say it. It's oh man, enlighten me, Daniel. Yep, that is in it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, she bought dad's root beer and Sprecher root beer is good too. That is good. Um, Grandma, she always bought the soda Ting. It was all sorts of flavors like Jolly Good. It was cherry, grape. I think there was root beer, orange. Um, yep, you're right, Kevin. That's what I thought. Now I remember or recall. You know what I wish? I wish my glasses weren't glaring. I need my glasses. Now I look old. I'm old anyways. Now I can't see. I gotta go like this. So we awkwardly miss you so, Dan. Yeah, we miss you. I miss your videos, especially like the first video I ever watched of you, Daniel. Here's a grown man running down a gravel road in knee-high boots, shorts, just running down the road. I'm like, what in the world is this all about? So ever since then, I've been watching. That's your story, and you're sticking to it, huh? Don't drink pop. Once in a blue moon, drank too much of that when I was a kid. Yeah, I think I drink too much as an adult too. Actually, it's not that much. It's here and there. Maybe this is. I could go for a root beer float now. Maybe I should save this. I think there's a little bit of ice cream upstairs in the freezer. Just may have a root beer float. This is awesome. My cousin's in here, my uncle, After Five Outdoors, Cody, Backwoods Barbarian, Daniel, Al, Cecilia. Who else is here? Pike Lake Kenny. He's from Wisconsin. Live More Outdoors, Jim. He's from Pennsylvania. This is so awesome. Oh, wow. Yeah, right. Cody, I'm a wineaholic. That's another thing that my wife's uncle does too. That dentist, he makes his own wine. He grows plums. He grows cherries. What else? Anything that he can make wine out of, he's growing. Oh, this is so fun. Oh yeah, it is actually comfortable down here. I should sleep down here. My wife's out of town. She's down in Platteville, Wisconsin. My um, her cousin graduated from Platteville for forensic science. If you need a dessert, you can grab a. Oh yeah. Ever hear of Kevin? Yeah, there's a little inside joke there. Um, yeah, yeah. Backwoods, you. Uh, dang, you're chopping your hand off with a homemade tomahawk or whatever. I forgot what you called it. A hatchet. My dad used to make his own wine. I would need to get. Oh, hmm, yeah. Oh yeah. I need a vacation soon. I don't know to do what. Just kind of veg out a little bit. I think. Yeah, no kidding. It's we're not patients. We're customers when it comes to stuff like that, Cody. I've been doing pretty good. We've been working a lot of hours. It's with moving and stuff like that and working. I haven't been out making any kind of videos. I did one this afternoon. I uploaded of the baby robins in a spruce tree, but all in all, I've been good. I had a health wise, I just had a maybe a little bit of a setback with my leg issue. It just must have got a little bit of a infection. So when that happens, I need to double up on my medicine that I'm already taking, which to knock it out. Within, I can feel it coming on, and it feels like a black and blue mark. The last time it felt like a black and blue mark. I'm like, that feels weird. I must have bumped myself, but the next day it's like I can feel it in my head, and it's just um, I know that there's something wrong. So when that takes place, I double up on my meds and have to go get blood work and this and that and the other thing. So take a double up on medicine for 7 days, and after that, go back to normal. Yeah, I know, Cody, but it just sucks. Same too. My I had a blood clot in my lung along with the cancer that I had back in 2017 or 18. So now I'm on blood thinners. Yeah. So I had my blood checked for how thick or thin it was. Well, it was a little bit too thick, so that was went down a little, one or two numbers from the last time. So you have to take a little bit more just to thin it out a little bit more. So now I got to go back to do that. But to answer your question, Daniel, I'm all right. I'm just day by day, just like Cody said, just day by day, one step at a time, and hope for the best, plan for the worst, and try to end up somewhere in between. Do you have clay makeup patch that plays the? Huh. You know what, Cody? Last year, the people that I went out to North Dakota with, they they I think out of five guys, they got 17 ducks, no water at all. But now, I suppose with all the flooding, all you guys had a lot of snow too, right? Now there's flooding, and now it's taking havoc on the birds and everything else. The like, I suppose ducks too. They lay their eggs in the grass, and I'm sure some of that stuff is flooded. Yeah, no, right, Daniel, Benedict Clay. I think I may stay here for a little bit longer. I said I was going to do this for about an hour, but I'll just, if people want to come in and chit chat, that's fine. If the number starts going down, I'll just end it. 5 feet of snow. Yeah, that's. I remember you saying it. It was just terrible, and the ice was so thick too. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna drink this A&W. It just tastes so good. Hamburgers and whoop beer. Oh, what happened to my hair? My sister cut it. It's time for summertime. My summer do. She trimmed my beard. I had my handlebars. I had them out to here on my mustache. Yeah, they were pretty long. That's right. You you guys got hammered with snow, Cody. I look younger. You know what's funny? Back in the day, my my grandpa, my dad, they both cut wood together a lot. They probably go places, eat breakfast somewhere or whatever. But yeah, thanks, Jim. I love this haircut. I was never in the military, but for some reason, it just feels good. You know, I love these cuts. I wear it. I get it cut. This may sound stupid, but I wear it in honor of the military. You know, I love them guys. The ice went off in Lakewood Woods yesterday. Oh my gosh. I suppose, yeah, I understand it. It's still cool. It's not cold, but it's cooler up there. So I get how the ice is still up there. Um, exactly. I missed something here. Something with yeah, doctor. Backwards, I went back up to your comment to Al. You know, you're right. I'd rather knock on wood or whatever. Rather die in the woods than in a hospital bed. Yeah, I agree. They took the cancer off my shoulder and Jenny's ass. Backwards, I tell you, if I was swinging for the other. Uh, what? Ah, oh my gosh. There. I'm hiding it now. No, I'm kidding. But I'm flattered, I guess. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. We got a notification. Hey, if you guys ever check out a channel, check out Kyle's Cabin. He's got a good. He's from Minnesota too, of northern Minnesota. Um, he's living off the land. He's living off grid. Him and I don't know if it's his wife or a girlfriend, but he just built his own house. I mean, within a few weeks. That kid is something else. I give him a lot of credit. You ain't right, backwoods. I'm in the military. Our humor is always twisted. You've been watching Kyle's Cabin too? Is that right? I'm not sure where the Iron Range is, but I get a my hat's off to that guy too. You know, last summer he worked for a road construction company, must have saved up a ton of money, which doing that you will. And now he's I don't know if he's earning money through YouTube or what if he's just like sponsors or something, but my hat's off to him for sure. Yeah, what's your secret? That you can keep a secret? West of Lake Superior. Okay. Future for the man cave is only making pretty good. Oh, I say he's making pretty good on AdSense. Okay. You know, I don't think I'll ever get that far. I don't know. It would be awesome if I did get paid for my videos, but I'm not that young and stupid individual where they put a video out and it goes viral like crazy and all of a sudden they're soaring. But yeah, he gets a lot of views. A ton. Same with the guy My Self Reliance, Sean James, him too. If I can do it, you can do it too. Yeah, I gotta figure out how. I've been sitting at mid 740 something, as far as subscribers, but it's this little break that I had was kind of nice. It's kind of a yeah coast, but now I want to start. I don't it. I kind of miss it, So I want to get back into doing the videos. Like I did a video on me trying to sight in my stupid pellet gun. I'll use it. I didn't get it sighted in, but yeah, it's gonna take time. It's what sucks is working. I'm the last few days. It's like Wednesday I got or Thursday I got to leave early, 10 hours. Normally we're working lately. It's some guys are working 13, 14. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't want to go on and on about it, but you know, making money that way. But how far is that from where you are back? I missed some things. I'm rambling. Um, I'm moving back up north to Labrador. That's why I've been away. I got you. Cody says it's been very slow here too since February with videos. All right, yeah, it's getting back to my cousin's question. I'll just touch on that a little bit again. What I want to do is right where, like, just above the top of the love seat. I want to go like 4 feet up with corrugated steel, then have some kind of a a chair rail kind of a thing. I don't know if I want it like a little bit of a 4 inch shelf for something. And I want to put something that looks like barn board. I'm not buying barn board because it costs so much per foot. And I want to we we're putting flooring in the kitchen and living room. It's the same stuff. It looks like rough cut lumber, like weathered wood. So I want to put that from from that 4 foot corrugated steel up, put that up, and what I have here is a doorway. Whoop, hang on. I want to fill in where those air ducts are. I want to fill that in and put up a barn door, sliding barn door on a track to close, because in that other room is a woodworking room. So I want to kind of block everything off as much as I can. I don't, not that I'm going to do a lot of woodworking, but I want to close this off and have a sliding door, a barn door. I put a new scope on my work. Sure gets in. Yeah, it does, Cody. I put a new scope on my pellet rifle and it made a world of difference. I know I was, you'll see in the video, I was all over. I couldn't sight that thing to save my hide. No doubt how I got only imagine opportunities up there. I'm missing a few here. I have to. I gotta watch your latest video, Jim. I really find that really intriguing. Your um, beehive videos, your other videos too, but it's just something that I wouldn't mind dabbling in a little bit. And I'll go Swifts here. Thanks for stopping in. Clucky. Yeah, I remember. Excuse me. Um, yeah, it's a lot of things I want to do down here, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen. You know, some guys, they want to snap of a finger, get it done right now. I'm not that way. You know, it's like you got to live life too. You want to get it done, but you want to enjoy yourself too. Enjoy what life throws at you. Well, all of a sudden I'm starting to get stuffed up. There's something going on. Maybe it's the pollen that's in the air. They've been uh the pollen's been high around here, which is obvious because uh everything's blossoming, the trees and everything else. Big coop in the sky, huh? Not the pressure pot. Yeah, this has been a good live stream. There's a lot of good conversation going on. I can hear my daughter. She must be talking to someone. She just had hip surgery a week ago Thursday. I don't know if I told anybody in my last live stream, but she um in eighth grade, she's been out of school now for 2 years. She'll be 20 in on June 1st. Well, my little girl's gonna be 20. But back in eighth grade, I think it was a volleyball, she landed wrong and she tore a ligament. It's been torn for since then, but some doctors, the doctor that looked at it never saw it, and up until like 2 weeks before her surgery, she finally went into a different doctor and found it was tore. Plus, she had a little impingement on the ball of her hip, which they ground down also. Talking about gas here, Cluckies in the sky, and I'm going back to Goose and I'm calling. Gas will be $2.27 here tomorrow, which equals wow. Jeepers, man, that's nuts. Holy cow. Let it went, yeah. It she's good now. She's off of work another 2 weeks, I think. She has a whole month off, but the whole recovery for her hip is gonna be um like 3 to 4 months. She's got a brace around her hip, kind of like how people when they get knee surgery, they have that big old mechanical knee brace. She's got one for her hip. I wish I could see. Dang glasses. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it sucks. I wonder with the fur prices too. The fur industry, they ain't buying anything either because most of it. A friend of mine and I were talking. He's been trapping a long time, and myself very little time, well, 4 years maybe. But he said Ukraine and Russia, they're the ones that buy most of furs, and with going out to check traps at right now, gas is 4.19 by us. It just went up 10 cents. You can't. You're not going to be able to sell any furs, and they're not buying furs. They are, but they aren't. Kind of a thing. So I'll still trap, but I think I'm going to limit myself to how much and how long. I'm not going to recoup any kind of a full tank of gas from buying furs. I don't think. Pierre Pullover. Sounds like Pierre, pull over. You're absolutely right, Daniel. Self sufficient. But sometimes I think they don't want that because people can't rely on the government. Then here, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. And what do you expect is going to happen? They take and take and take, It's like that. There's a, I totally, yeah, it's, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'll have to look that guy up. Get that Pierre that you guys were talking about. I guess I could kind of get into um, the loop a little bit more politically, just to kind of watch here and there. The clown that we got, I don't. I've been haven't heard nothing lately, but he's still a freaking clown. He voted early, kicked over a sign I saw. Yeah, send me that link, Cody. I want to see what that guy's like. Is he going to be? What does he do? Backwoods. Hey, Megan, how you doing? My daughter. um, I'm assuming he's like that Pierre. He's kind of. I'm assuming he's conservative, not kind of like a right wing conservative individual. You must have been talking someone's ear off, Megan, huh? Could hear you from upstairs or from down here. Thanks for chiming in. I hear you giggling. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know what that Pierre's like. What he's is he gonna try to take the place of Justin Trudeau at all, or what is that about? Thanks, Cody. Got it. I'll have to look at that a little later. Oh man, I think uh, I think I'm gonna call her a night. I know I said I'd keep going, but I'm getting tired. I was up at 3. I had all to do to go to work. I had to push myself to get out of bed. So I think I want to do these more often. I said that once before, but it'd be nice to get someone else involved in this too. So like I said, it's been a long week. I'm going to kind of kick back on my little love seat there and watch some TV and probably end up falling asleep. Yes, he is, but a young, level headed. That's all you need is a level headed leader, You know, ours, he's not leaving level headed. It's all mush. It's one of these things. It's not the Democratic Party from when JFK was in office. It's just not ask what you can do for or however that speech went. Maybe if he gets in. Oh, yeah, I believe it. They still, I don't know. I'm not living under a rock, but you still can't drive to your own cabin, Cody. What about your boat? I suppose it's a long trip by boat too. I suppose. Oh man, excuse me. I'm gonna end up making everyone else yawn. Unbelievable. There's, I guess. Mm-hmm. I was. I. I don't know if there's still people wearing masks. It's like, come on, really? My boats are here, but it's 40 miles each way across the water when the wind is less than 10. And I suppose that's a lot of gas too for your boat. I'm sure. I don't know how long it takes to suck up a can of gas with a outboard motor, but I'm sure it goes pretty quick. And at the prices that it's at now, it's in yeah, and trying to find a calm day, a decent like you say here, less than 10 miles an hour. That's a not only a long ride, but a rough one, depending on what time of year, cold one too. I just someday I wish we all could get together and just chit chat about $80 a trip just getting there. Wow, it's nuts. My boat. Oh, I read that one already. I suppose, yeah. All right, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here, like always. And like I said a few seconds ago, it'd be awesome to get everyone together. Daniel, Cody, hell, even my my cousin that lives in Eau Claire, I think you live in. It's like even my uncle, he's watching this. I don't know if he's still watching it. What's it hurt to just travel a little bit to go see someone? Yeah. All right, I'll leave it at that. I appreciate everyone that came in tonight. Love you guys. I appreciate your support, and um like I always say, I mean it when I say it. Enjoy the little things. All right. Enjoy them. All right. Good night, everyone.